In case you've been living under a rock, one of the biggest Twitch streamers, Ninja, left Twitch to go to Mixer. What does this have to do with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? It has a lot to do with it, actually, guys. And before we get into all of that, what's good? YouTube, Dmgaming here, guys, and today I want to discuss something that I can see coming down the road that could be either good or bad for Bandai Namco and Dragon Ball Z. Now, before we get into all of that, guys, please follow me on the social media platforms. We're also on Facebook at Dmgaming06. And if you can, please share this video to Reddit. Click the share button. Reddit pops up. Share it to Reddit for me. I'll be greatly appreciative of that. And it'll help us out tremendously, guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Clicking that bell icon, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Help us to that road to 9K. Guys, the #1 Dragon Ball Z Kakarot discussion channel on YouTube. Become a part of it. So, what happened with Ninja? Ninja is, for those of y'all who may not know, Ninja he is a Fortnite player. That's what he's most known for. And he would stream on Twitch, and he has over 4 million followers on Twitch, probably more than that, maybe in the 14 million range. He's in the millions of followers on Twitch. He's played with people like Drake and other celebrities on Twitch. He's also he was partnered with Twitch. Now, Apex Legends, that's an EA game, paid Ninja over $1 million to play their game on Twitch. Okay. Apex Legends at the time was trending. Guess what? After Ninja stopped playing Apex Legends, guess what happened? Apex Legends isn't trending anymore. Fortnite has taken back over Apex Legends. These are all Battle Royale games. Now, Ninja has announced that he's leaving Twitch to stream exclusively on Mixer. Now, we don't know why. More than likely, he's getting paid to do this. Or he could... Well, he's getting paid to do it. I guarantee you it'll come out that he's getting paid to do it. But what does this have to do with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? What does this have to do with companies like Bandai Namco? Well, backing up to the previous point that Ninja, Apex Legend paid him over $1 million to stream their game. This was brought up in one of the videos that I did with Dr. Neo, Doctor, oh my gosh. DN Neo. I don't know why it was kind of, I'm gonna start calling you Dr. Neo. But DN Neo, the collaboration we did with him, somebody brought it up about how, these companies do pay these players to play these games and stuff. And I was wondering too, why doesn't Bandai pay people to play their games? Like, the marketing that these companies are doing, I understand that they are like, well, why pay somebody when we can hop on Twitch and we could play the game ourselves and have some people, some big time, well-known YouTubers like Romstyle, Syriax, Afro, Nano, Cabby, guys like that come on and play the game. I don't know, do they get paid for that? I don't know. I mean, maybe their expenses are paid for, their hotel stay. Maybe they get some care packages, a free game, something like that. I don't know. There is some sort of compensation for it, as well as you getting put out in front of millions of people for potential YouTube and social media growth. But why don't they pay someone to play their games? Why don't they pay a major streamer to play their games online, on Twitch, on YouTube to stream it, on Mixer and things like that? I mean, Fortnite is a free-to-play game that is making more money than a lot of these AAA title games. And that's because they got the gall and the balls to get out there and say, we are going to pay these people, these top streamers, to play the games. This is an awesome opportunity for streamers. You also have guys like Mr. Beast who would go on and give money to streamers. And Mr. Beast has even came out and said, well, I guess we'll be giving the Mixer streamers now, And Twitch is taking a downfall because it's the top streaming platform. It took over YouTube because YouTube streaming was copyright laden. I mean, you couldn't have music in it. Like, I've had live streams where I've had music from the game playing on my live stream from a game that I purchased, copyright strike. I mean, and you don't have that on Twitch. But now Twitch has become so saturated and things are going up and down. People aren't happy with it. Now you have their biggest guy going to the competition. I just have to look at everything that's going on, and I'm wondering, Bandai Namco, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to go out and pay streamers, top streamers, to play your games. To play your games and market these games. What better way to market your game? Because the younger generation that's coming up, guess what? They're not watching trailers or commercials, or they're not, some of them don't even have social media accounts like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. A lot of them do, a lot of them don't. So how do you get the game that you're wanting to put out into the hands of everyone possible? Why are you not putting these games out on Twitch? Why are you not putting these games out, for streamers to play, to get the game into the hands of more people? You see what I'm saying? Dragon Ball FighterZ has their tournament. Yeah, that's great, but you're only marketing yourself to a particular audience. This bleeds into the conversation that I had with Huggable Hipster the other day as well, in that, the marketing has to be done a certain way. Like some games, yeah, they're marketed to the core fans, the core demographic of players, and there's nothing at all wrong with that. However, in order for you to grow, you're gonna have to bring in more sales, guys. This channel, I do pride myself on this about this channel, that we talk about things from a consumer standpoint, but we also discuss things from a business, a production standpoint, so that you get both sides of the spectrum and you understand where these things are coming from. So from the business standpoint, you want to increase sales. Now, you have a budget to do that, of course, but at the same time, guys, you've got to spend money to make money in the business world. And Bandai Namco, we have to ask ourselves, are they doing everything they can to bring in more people to the games? Now, there is a positive and a negative to everything. The positive in bringing more people to the games is that you have more sales, increased interest, therefore you have more games. Like Bandai Namco, like we talked about, in the PewDiePie video, if you had 100 million people buying this game in a year or something to that effect, then you open the door for more types of games to be out at the same time, because they can afford the crew, they can afford the development, they can afford the production and things like that. And then we back to the glory days of having multiple Dragon Ball games being released at the same time. And I know you're going to say, well, we do have games out at the same time, FighterZ, Xenoverse, and Kakarot's coming out, but those games don't release around the same time. These games are releasing 2 to 3 years apart from each other. So that's something to be said with that. But like I was saying, if you can bring in more people, make more money, that just increases everything, okay? However, the negative side of it is, if you look to EA, perfect example. Some of y'all follow my channel when I used to do Madden. Perfect example with Madden. The reason why Madden is so not as good as, nearly as good as it could be, is because EA is stuck in the mode of trying to bring more people to the game. So what they do is they implement what they call back of the box features. They don't continue those features. They recycle those features and put in new features. They don't stick to anything. Also, they're caught up in the whole MUT thing, the whole streaming thing, which is very it's a thin line to walk if you're a company. And maybe I'm seeing Bandai Namco is probably saying, you know what, we would rather not get into that spectrum, because there's a lot of red tape and there's a lot of cliffs and obstacles to overcome, and there's a certain way that you have to do this right. They don't want to lose themselves. I would not want Bandai Namco to become like Electronic Arts, EA. Why? Because EA is at the point now where they're not marketing to the core fans. They're constantly in a state of trying to bring in new people. And this is what I'm saying. You have to do these things in season. One season, market new fans. Next 2 seasons, maybe you spend that marketing to the core demographic and building a stronger foundation, a bigger, stronger foundation. Then 1 season, market to new fans. You see what I'm saying? Rinse and repeat, because what that's going to do, that's going to bring in new people periodically, but it's also going to compensate and facilitate a bigger growth pattern that's going to assist you in bringing in more people over time. That is something that they really need to do. The fact that like Huggable Hipster, that she doesn't like Dragon Ball, that she saw it and she saw things that we didn't see. How many other people are seeing that same thing, guys? At the end of the day, we want people to play this game. There's Dragon Ball fans who look at this game and don't even care for it, or they see something, well, I don't like it, I'm not going to play it because of this, I'm not going to play it because of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to play it, you don't want to play it. That's fine. But you have to, from a business standpoint, you have to look at this from many people's point of view. And that's why I'm so thankful for the podcast that we had together, because now I'm beginning to look at this game from other people's points of views, and I'm seeing ways that we can improve going forward that can increase the growth of this community and increase sales for the Dragon Ball Z games. And a big way to do that is pay. Why not pay a streamer to stream the games? You know what I'm saying? I think back whenever Xenoverse first came out, there was a guy, he was in Japan, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but he had Dragon Ball Xenoverse before everybody else did. His name was Sensu somebody. I can't remember it. Gosh, I can't remember it. However, he was on Twitch, and he was streaming Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And I'm not Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the very first one. This was before any other big time YouTubers were streaming it and everything. And this guy brought a lot of awareness to the game. Yet nothing was done. This guy even reached the point of being a Twitch partner at that time from streaming Dragon Ball Xenoverse, because he got it early in Japan before everybody else did. And this was amazing. Why can't we go back to that same formula? Maybe you don't have to pay somebody $1 million. There's going to be a big time Twitch streamer who's already streaming on Twitch, who's looking for that breakthrough, that has a big audience, who wouldn't mind getting paid, X amount of dollars to stream your game. That's just a new area of marketing, because things are transitioning, guys. Marketing is not the way that it used to be. Advertisements used to be over radio or on TV commercials. Now we have ads on our YouTube videos and Facebook videos, Instagram videos, even on Twitter. But you still need to evolve that, because to us it feels like commercial. So what better way to market than to take the product directly to the people? Now, are they going to have a demo for this? I don't know, but that's another thing. If you're not going to have a demo, at least pay a streamer to demo the game for you on Twitch, on Mixer, on YouTube, on whatever streaming service that's out there, to get this game to more people. Because the way that I feel about this game is this, that I see the bigger picture. When people who may not like this game, even Dragon Ball fans who may look at this game and think, oh, same old story, I don't want it. Oh, this or that. Oh, the combat is this, the combat is that. Guys, seeing a game is one thing. Having the controller in your hands is a completely different thing. And from what I see from this game and what I know from people who have played it, who have told me about it, seeing it is one thing. Playing it is on a completely another level. They even say themselves that they were skeptical about it, but once they got their hands on it and played it, they were very, very pleased with this game. The combos may look simplified, but they get more complex as the game progresses. And the flight mechanics are very different from Xenoverse and the other Dragon Ball games that we played. So it's imperative that Bandai makes this stuff known, probably get a beta out, get a demo out, so people can get used to the controls. So that way, when the game comes out, they're not stuck in a situation where it's taking fun away from the game, because you're having to get so used to the controls. Whereas if you play a demo or something like that, you're familiar with them. So when you play the game, you can actually enjoy the game, actually enjoy the story, or implement some kind of training in the game that teaches you how to fly and things of that nature. So, man, y'all, let me know what y'all think. Would you, if you was Bandai, pay someone to play this game or play any Dragon Ball game, stream it constantly, maybe every day or every other day or certain days of the week? Would you pay somebody to stream your games to bring more awareness and marketability to the game? Let me know down in the comment section down below, guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, please share the video to Reddit and subscribe to the channel as well. Till next time, y'all, thanks for watching. Peace.